So welcome all to my Spartan bedroom so far. I moved in late November of 15, right before Thanksgiving, and my lazy ass just has not gotten art for the walls. I'm trying to get an old high school friend who takes amazing photography he works at Yosemite. See if he will somehow get me in touch with links so I can download and compensate him for his photography and use that. But for now, yeah, you get my headboard, bed, lamp, and side tables. Yeah, so be it. But this third video, as you'll notice, once I upload the second and then you see this one, the third, I'm wearing the same shirt because I'm doing it all the same night because I'm excited just to talk to you all. So, first video was the thank you. Second was, as I labeled it, down the rabbit hole. And third one is, okay, so who is Ken Lee and why is he making these videos? Why is he wanting to talk to you? Well, first of all, as much as an introvert as I BS myself into being, I think I genuinely like people. So opening myself up like this community, I consider a positive for me, and I hope you consider it too. And whether you think I'm goofy as a pet coon, fine. I know I am. I'm comfortable with that. That's my dog Kendi, who just crept in behind. 8-year-old little pit. She's my girlie, my reason for existence. Right now, although life is trending in very good directions for me in other avenues, I'm very excited. But anyway, so first of all, I'm 43 years old. I was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. My genetic makeup by country is Midwestern and East Texas redneck. So I got Dallas Cowboys in my blood, and I'm sorry to Anthony Esposito, David Gonzalez, and whoever else is not a Cowboys fan. I'm unapologetically a Cowboys fan. Came out of the womb wanting to be Roger Staubach, Ed Jones, eventually Danny White because he punted and was a starting quarterback after Roger. I own a Bill Bates jersey. I have my own custom jersey. I'm that kind of dork, okay? Cubs fan, WGN. Damage in Texas. Didn't get to see Astros or Rangers until Nolan went to the Rangers. So Harry Carey and WGN were there for me every day after late middle into high school. Let's see, hockey. New York Rangers fan. Didn't know much about hockey until the North Stars came down from Minnesota, got to Dallas, changed the name to the Stars. Cable company started carrying them. I followed Mark Messier when he got traded from Edmonton to the Rangers. So I watched them from 93, saw them win the Cup in 94, and it's been hit and miss after that. So those are my 4 sports teams, and frankly, I love them. What am I going to do about it? Once I'm in, I got a Cubs tattoo on this shoulder. You won't see it now. Maybe I'll show you another video in case you think I'm BSing. Biggest hobby, I mentioned earlier, bowling. I'm a former Georgia State men's champion, 2004. Actually stole it from a guy I work with currently here in San Antonio, but we were also in Georgia at that time, 12 years ago. He always wants to remind me of that. Well, that's the breaks. I had a good weekend. 4 300s, proud of that. Something to do as a hobby. I figure I'd probably get something right by now. I do it purely for enjoyment. I bowl the occasional tournament. I bowl one league usually in the year. Don't want to do more because there's life outside your apartment, as they said in Avenue Q. Which brings me to another thing. I do like musicals. I'm sorry. I'm a straight, white, heterosexual. That's redundant, But I do. I'm sorry. Les Miserables my favorite. I'm not a Phantom guy. I'm not knocking those who are. But I can recommend a few. If you're curious, you like Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, go see Jersey Boys live. You won't regret it. The Lion King is awesome just for the logistics alone. It's just like the movie, except it's right in your face. And oddly enough, The Color Purple. Yeah, the Whoopi Goldberg movie directed by Steven Spielberg in 1985. Very good musical. I don't know why it spoke to me, because it's obviously not my experience. But I guess it was so well done, and I was open to seeing something new that wasn't, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's about, African Americans coming out of, post-slavery Jim Crow, so on. Somebody seen the movie, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of my oddest hobby, the musical theater. Not performing in it, but I really enjoy a good production. Love movies. I'm not much of a romantic comedy guy. Well, go figure. Though Love Actually, love it. But the Marvel movies, bit of a junkie. I can talk movies all day if you let me. Don't let me, but only insofar as until I see your eyes rolling in the back of your head. I like UFC. Was just chatting via comments earlier today, or I think it was today with David Gonzalez. He had some opinions that were just like mine on a few of the fights and what have you, which is great. It's good that somebody also sees what I see and shares their observation. So yeah, I live in San Antonio, Texas. Other videos I mentioned about 10 months ago into traditional wet shaving. I don't know, kind of a quirky guy. Unabashedly so. I don't make apologies for being silly. I'd rather be that than some depressed, Debbie Downer bringing down the room. I think that's why I like, a lot of you here, because you're friendly and opinionated and open to discussion. And not a parent, so I don't have that going for me. Doggy parent. Love her to death. Craft beer. Love craft beer. Probably part why I put on some weight lately. I work out when I can. Diet on and off, yo-yoed. I've been heavier. I've been thinner. I'm trying to get back to thinner. Fighting weight, I say, is 225. Little joke, but eventual goal somewhere down the line. See a 1 in front of the scale. That'd be a good thing. I hadn't seen that since I graduated high school, 91. I've upgraded my shoe game. I'm sorry, I'm not just, I don't have one pair of brown shoes, one pair of black shoes, a pair of sneakers, and a pair of boots. I probably have more shoes than some of you have shave soaps. I don't know what to make of that, except I don't pay full price for anything. I think my ex-wife taught me how to shop really well. And then, like I mentioned in the second video, there's a couple guys I follow on YouTube that give advice, and that's kind of dangerous because much like the shave soap thing, you get there and you go, ooh, and this was on sale, and this one's here, and I want to try this brush because I don't have a Badger, or I don't have a double open comb, or okay, so I got the Merkur. What's the difference between that and Edwin Jagger? And then you start sitting there going, maybe I'll try that straight razor. And there's the Stallion selling gold dollars that he's honed himself for a really reasonable price. So you jump into that lake of fire. Not as hard as you think, by the way, for those who haven't tried it yet. Just be mindful, take your time. Start with one pass down. Then if you think you can do the money pass, go for it. It's really not that bad, actually. Mustache, chin, a little tougher, but you'll get there. I'm still working at getting there. Charcalis makes it look really easy. Real respect for those out there who do that. I'm just kidding, Peter. You're very cool. Hope to meet you soon. I do a little Xbox, but I haven't done it in a long time. And only as a little stress relief. Little old style Guitar Hero Rock Band, especially since I have some Rush tracks I downloaded a couple years ago. Those are always fun. And I can't do it beyond easy, medium, and Neil Peart. No, sorry, can't do it. I don't have my live account. I don't really use my live account. So if anybody does something online with a game that you have that I may have, which is not many, you won't see me on there. I do it just as a recreational hobby. What else? I know I'm looking off because I'm just kind of thinking. I don't really like to discuss politics too much. I try not to share. Those of you who are friends with me on Facebook regularly, the only thing I kind of have had an issue with lately is because I do work for the Department of Defense, and the whole email thing with Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry, I don't care what Director Comey said. I have to take annual training on this, and some of you have seen me bitch about this on the occasional post. I'm sorry. There's not an interpretation. It's she did wrong. I would lose my clearance, lose my job, could be fined in jail depending on what the level of damage was. And that's not even with active intent. Accidents can get you in trouble. So there's no way she was not cognizant of her actions or her people who set up the service. I'm sorry. And even if I voted for Bill twice back in the day. Okay, so I'm not hardcore left or right. But wrong is wrong. And I can't get around if a regular guy like me has to go through an annual refresher training for something like this. I think somebody that high up should be held a little more responsible. So that's why it just serves me logically. But I don't want to get into long, drawn out, philosophical debates in splitting hairs because other issues I don't know that much about. I look them up. I have my own opinions. I vote however I'm going to vote. And that's been the same way for years because too much politics ruins. Sometimes it ruins relationships. So you thought you had friendly people, and all of a sudden they're sensitive. I'm not really that sensitive. I'm only against people being let me be blunt, being assholes. There's no point in being an asshole to someone because if you're gonna do it on here, it's kind of cowardly. Yeah, and I said earlier in the previous video, you're behind your keyboards and your and your smartphones, and you're not tough. You may be actually tough in real life, but you know what? I don't think you are. I'd rather have somebody who is interested in an honest discussion. Like take Chris Bailey. He's got IMCDB. He hasn't posted much lately. He's open to discussion. He has his opinions, and okay, yeah. So I agree with a lot of them. Sorry. I'm not going to, again, apologize. But he comes from a very logical point of view, very common sense point of view. I don't think he's exaggerating at all. And then I see, for example, I have friends outside of the group, but David Gonzalez on here shares some of the stuff with recent events and tied into Black Lives Matter and the two gentlemen that were... that died due to a police incident, and however words you want to choose it, yes, a cop's actions led to each of the gentlemen's deaths. I don't know all the details to have a judgment. It's just the timeline. Then, of course, you had the horrific events in Dallas. And it's hard when you see people, and not David. I'm not saying about David. David's great. I look forward to meeting him. He's a great guy. But my other friends of mine that get very adamant and passionate, it's great to have all those emotions. But sometimes I wonder if you're not hearing other people and you're just getting upset at the way you're perceiving what could be their ignorant way of coming across, or they're trying to say something and they don't know how. I think that's part of the thing with. And I said I'm not agreeing with him, but part of what Trump is saying, he's coming across extremely ham-fisted. But there is a point, and also you have to look at the structure of our government to say, okay, is he really going to get away with all that? No, Congress is going to put him in check, whether it's Republicans who don't like him, or let's say in 2 years the Democrats win back the House and the Senate. Checks and balances, people. It's in the Constitution. It's not going to turn into the Fourth Reich, if some of you were worried, if I go to an extreme hyperbolic description. Hillary is also not going to be the devil. Who knows where she's going to take us, if it's going to be down what is perceived to be where Obama has started our path. Let's face it, the world's going to go on spinning. So let's enjoy our time here. And I certainly want to. That's part of me. So when I get a chance to meet you all, let's leave that stuff outside the pub, Let's break bread as ladies and gentlemen and enjoy this hobby, enjoy other discussions. Let's have passionate disagreements about our sports teams, or I really don't like this artisan and convince me why, blah, blah, blah. Or whatever. Who cares? Let's enjoy it. I forgot to mention somebody in my last video. Probably one of the first people that reached out to me, Connor Stevens. He was one of the few guys initially when I got into this a little further that started messaging me, and we've I bought a couple things off him BST wise, and good guy to buy from. Excellent. When he's available, he's up for a decent conversation on products, which is great because, as you can tell, I talk a lot. So I'm glad he engages me. Excuse me. And in all honesty, I'm up for talking to anybody about anything. If it's because it's new people, and that's the important thing I've learned about myself, especially coming up on about the 4 years since I've been divorced. When you go through a change like that, you learn more about yourself, and it's a good thing. I'm not saying I came from a bad thing, but shit happens, and you take that time, you learn about yourself. Hey, here's another open bit. Guess what? I'm not afraid to say this. But yeah, therapy. Therapy's awesome. You find the right person to talk to. They give you a perspective from an unbiased point of view. You learn about yourself. And that allows you to interact with other people better, to be more aware of your own reactions to things and how people may perceive you in public. A divorce is a traumatic thing. For those of you who have gone through it, I'm glad you're still here alive and kicking. No matter what the circumstance. Your mistake, the other person's mistake. It's not my business, it's not anyone's business but y'all's. Did you come out stronger on the other side? Are you a better person? Some of you who are my friends, you've seen me put, a couple weeks ago, end of June, I put a couple things on Facebook. I know John Perry saw it because he liked my kind of wrap up of, making my mea culpa to abusing y'all's news feeds. Yeah, you get a little resentment sometimes. That time was in, I explained it, was my ex's birthday and would have been my anniversary the next Saturday. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I kind of pussed out there. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but I'm honest about it. And that's cool. In terms of that I can accept it and not let it get me down. Okay, it did temporarily. But I was not in that bad a mood to where I was going to do anything stupid. I was just venting. We all vent. And that's good. I mean, let's vent. Sometimes we have to have the valve. I don't go to the batting cage a lot. I like to. But would that really help? Not the way my brain spins. And you're learning a little bit about me. My brain goes and the mouth goes with it sometimes. And, but I'm being open. As much as one can be. So when I meet you, you already know you're dealing with an honest broker in terms of who I am. And, we can get into the conversations at hand about shaving or beer, scotch, whatever you're into, cigars, which I'm learning, David, again. If something happens to Big Shave West 3, I want in because I love learning more about stuff that people know that I don't. So that's where I'm interacting with y'all. Justin, saw your first video. Very cool. Like it a lot. Glad you made it because I know we were about the same time. We kind of had similar ideas. Now I'm not doing a shave video yet, but I'm doing multi-chapter introduction. That's just me. I felt like talking more than shaving right now. I don't know what else to tell you at the moment. Maybe I'll just leave it at that because right now it's it's an interesting hobby, and y'all are great people. And if there's anything that you need to, or you'd like to, not need unless there's a burning desire, that you'd like to talk about that you think I might be able to share some information on, message me on Facebook. Please. I may be at work, but I have access to it. I could definitely in the evening. Some of those websites I mentioned in the second video that will be that posted, groominglounge.com. Although that may be for other stuff because we all know all the resources for our wet shaving habit. But those guys, Antonio Centeno and Aaron Marino. If you're interested, guys, you're interested in self-improvement, male self-improvement, just helped me grow up some, gave me new perspective, how to approach people, anything, self-confidence. They cover all sorts of stuff. Art of Manliness, another great page, Art of Manliness. Guy talks about a lot of things, books to read that will help, men. He gets into some shaving, going to traditional barber shops, things like that. Like I think Rico does, for example. He's got I forget what you call it. He's got that old school haircut that's been going around since I guess Fury hit the theaters a few years ago. But it's a good thing, and I'm gonna stop rambling now. So it's just over 20 minutes, but so that's a little more of me. Any questions? I'm sorry, I'm a little scattered. I'm just talking, just letting it fly. So thanks for listening, and have a great night, and I will again see you soon.